Good afternoon, students. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, we can't hear
Okay.
your voice.
Now I think it's okay.
Yes, sir.
স্যার কিছু একটা শব্দ আসছে স্যার স্যার ওটা ইউপিএস এর শব্দ কি?
হ্যাঁ,
Ah,
বিপ
হ্যাঁ
করে
স্যার, এটা
আসছে।
ইউপিএসেরই সত্য।
no, actually, I am now in college in the server room. The power gets off, so that's why the UPS is. Okay, so today's discussion topic I have said of the new technologies, because as you know that all the industries are being incorporated with the new technologies. The technologies is called as Industry 4.0. So in Industry 4.0, industry has chosen few technologies, and academics also going to incorporate those technologies, because to doing your engineering, the first and foremost priority to get a job after completion of this course. So the question is that if you can't understand what are the new trend or what are the new technologies right now is available, it is very difficult to map you with your course content. So today I will discuss some of the new technologies, and also you will understand that what are the purposes of these new technologies. Just confirm me whether my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now I am writing some name of the trending technologies. First is machine learning. Okay. So what is machine learning? Now machine learning is a methodology through which computer can give the output based on the previous outcomes. So let's say as a human being, how we have learned the mathematics. As a human being, so first time teacher taught about the multiplication table. After that, teacher talking about that is 2 plus 2, it's going to be 4. Now after that, teacher telling that 2 plus 2 plus 3. If this type of expression will there, then what you need to do, first to compute the result, and then take the second one, and you will get 7 as a result. So after getting these two approaches, if someone asks you to add 10 plus 20 plus 5 plus 5, is it required to describe the thing, or tell the methodology, or you people can directly get the knowledge with this previous two example and solve it. So what you do? You first solve these two one. So it will give you 30. Next we'll solve these two one. Give you 35. And finally solve these two, will get 40. So what you actually solve a new problem. So this is a new problem. And these two are the past problem. These two are the past problems. Past problems. So with the help of the past problems, the methodology we have used in the past problem, we will solve a new problem which will not be solved in near future, in near past, or in any time in the past. So that is the way that human learn. Now in the machine learning, the same thing is also applicable. The machine will predict something based on the previous outcomes. So let's say this is the month is September. Now today is 11th September. Now, what will be the chances of rain today? What is the chances of rain today? There will be popular weather forecasting application. So how they will work? So they will take some of the parameters like temperature, humidity, cloud structure, let's say latitude, longitude, last but not the least, airflow. So several parameters will be taken, and with this parameter, there is a table inside the computer. There is a table inside the computer, and so these are the parameters values. So these are the parameters values. So this is temperature column. This is humidity column. This is cloud structure CS. I am writing in short form. Latitude, longitude, and air for airflow. And this is the output column. These are the 4 input columns, and this is the last column, that is the output column. That is the chances of rain. So there will be the historical data available, per day data, about let's say 5 years or 15 years data are being available. Now computer will find the rows. Which rows are actually matched with our current, that is the today is 11. So which row will be matched, correctly matched with the today's parameters. So today's temperature and humidity is the input, and computer will check which one will be the most promising. Maybe it is not exactly same, but which is more close to each other. So let's assume that one of the column has been matched. Okay, if this is the historical data, one of the column is matches, and in that day there was a rain. So in that day there was a rain. So that was it. So what computer will predict? Today chances of rain is high. Today chances of rain is high. So in this way it works. Now the question comes, why we should do, or why the machine learning is there? Why human is not doing the same? Because You can also do this with respect to 100 records or even 1000 record. You can find the matches. But when it will be a historical data regarding 15 years data or 20 years data, then 365 into 20. So that figure will be very huge. So it is very difficult for human to get the correct output, or it will take a longer time as expected. So if you are trying to analyze that whether today will be rain or not in the today's morning, but you actually finish it in tomorrow because of this huge data set. So actually your outcomes will no longer useful because the date has been changes from 11 to 12th of September. Tell me.
Sir, I am telling that checking the previous record also, ধরুন স্যার আগের রেকর্ডে এই রেন হয়েছে, এইরকম সিচুয়েশনে রেন হয়েছিল, তো এরকম তো হতে পারে আজকে এই সিচুয়েশন সেম সিচুয়েশনে রেন হলো না, তখন এই প্রেডিকশনটা ভুল হয়ে যাবে, তখন কি কম্পিউটার আবার শিখে নেবে যে এটাতে হতেও পারে নাও হতে পারে এই সিচুয়েশনে?
অবশ্যই, it will be incrementing learning process. This is an incrementing learning process. So when today is not getting the rain, so computer also take the today's data as a row in the table, and in the tomorrow, when if the same thing will come, then the chances will be high. Here the computer is predicting the chances is high means 90% chances of rain. So if the next day if the same thing will be there, that is the same climatic condition in the particular region, then computer will tell the chances of the rain is 80% because it has already a failure cases are there. So actually it will, the prediction is always be accurate in 95% cases because it actually deals with the historical data not for 15 years, for 50 years. So that's why the prediction is going to be accurate. So these are the terms machine learning. Another terms is the cloud computing. So few few popular algorithms names you should know. So popular algorithms are linear regression. Next is logistic regression, decision tree, and few example is k-means, clustering, fuzzy, c-means. So these are the examples. Now, with the help of this example, we can further categorically divided this thing into two categories. So based on the examples, in the left hand side, whatever the examples I have written, that comes under supervised learning. Supervised learning. And this is called the unsupervised learning. So what are the basic difference between these two? In the supervised learning, you should require a historical data. You should require a historical data to give the prediction. But in case of the unsupervised learning, you don't need to have the historical data. Just take a simple example. I have taken the example as chances of rain today. That comes under which learning?
Supervised learning.
Supervised, because it requires the historical weather data. Now, in the first year, if you want to make a departmental T-shirt, then how to do that? How to collect? How to do the process of collecting or taking the sizes of the t-shirts. So in that case, you don't need to require to come in everybody to collect their sizes. What you need to do, you will give 4 or 3 different sizes, that is small, large, medium, XL, like that. And people will choose for their most prominent t-shirt size. So in that case, you don't need the historical data. What you do, you will set up some ranges, and between these ranges, data will be fitted.
The last part can't be understood, sir. Can you repeat? Unsupervised learning.
So if you want to make a t-shirt for 60 students, then what should you do? What should you do? You will first you collect all the data from the students, or you just set up that I have taken these 4 sizes of t-shirt: small, medium, large, XL, extra large. So you will give 4 different sizes, and with these 4 different sizes, students will enroll themselves. If their body sizes is medium, he or she might choose medium or large, like that. So in that case, you don't need the historical data of 400 or 500 people size. Understood what I am saying?
Yes, sir. Sir, but for this, why we need machine learning means?
Because if you want to give a geographical or climatic regions, if you want to break the entire world into the geographical regions, then what you do? You first you will get all the latitude and longitude and take the printout of the papers, and then take a pen and do the needful, or you will just do the clustering to get into the different types of climatic region based on the temperature or the food habit of the people. What should you do? You will do by pen and paper, or do some
Good afternoon, sir.
computer. Good afternoon. Understood?
Sir, last part, what you told, sir? The voice was breaking, sir.
I am telling that if you want to geographically divide the entire world based on the food habit, of the people, then what you will do? You will do the machine learning, or you will do by the handmade pen and paper and take the world's map and do some circles. This is the food habit. Here the people will eat rice. Here the people will eat soup, like that. Or you will just do the clustering. Which methodology you should follow?
We will use machine to predict that.
So that is the way. That is the called. You cannot get the supervised machine learning. You cannot apply the supervised machine learning on that area. In that case, you go for the unsupervised learning. So I am just making an example for the t-shirt. That is the best way to understand that what are the difference between these two learning. One is data set is needed. Without data set, you can't do anything. Another thing is that if you don't have the historical data, still you can manage to do this. So based on the different scenario, based on the different problems, we should apply one of them. And one thing, that machine learning will not be work with all the problems. So it will work those problems that having the previous data in the record, on the government record or any agency record. If you have the data, you only can do this. Okay, next is cloud computing. Cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? In cloud is an storage in the internet. So if I talking about the example, G drive, OneDrive. So you can put your documents, files, music, videos on those files. What is the benefit? You can access those files throughout the world. So these files are accessible throughout the world. If you put some important document in your local computer, and if you are going to get a job interview and you forget to bring your laptop or pen drive where the document is there, so if you go to some cyber cafe, you cannot do anything. But the same thing, if your documents is being set in the email, then you can access the thing from any of the cyber cafe, even if you are not in your home location. So that is the cloud computing. So what are the companies they are involved to doing these cloud services? Three big companies or three big players in this industry. One is the Google, another is the Amazon, another is the Microsoft. So the name of their services are different. So you have to remember the names. Microsoft services name is Azure, Azure, Azure. Amazon Web Services name is AWS. What is the full form of AWS? Amazon Web Services. Now in the Google services name is Google Web Services. Okay, so these are the examples.
So to store any data, we need a hardware. So what hardware is means the storage type, where it is stored.
It is stored as in a hardware. Okay, so in the data warehouse, each of the every company have a data warehouse. In this data warehouse, your file, let's say 1.mp3 has been stored in the data warehouse of Amazon. Now this data warehouse is being connected with internet. Now by using your laptop, so let's say this is your PC, what you are going to connect? You are going to connect with that data warehouse to the internet. So your location doesn't matter. So data warehouse may be in UK. You are in India. So no issue. But if the data is in your pen drive and you have forget to, if you keep your pen drive in your drawer, so this pen drive is not connected with the internet. So you can only access the data by inserting it to a computer. It is the only option you have. But if your data has been stored in the data warehouse and they have connected with the internet, and you can get the data by using their application. Understood? Data actually stored in the hard disk, but not in your machine. Will be stored in the Google's machine or the Amazon machine. And you are connecting to that machine with the help of the internet. That is called the cloud connectivity.
স্যার বলছি তাহলে ওরা তো আমার ডেটাটা ইউজ করে অন্য কিছু করতে পারবে।
They might be, but there will
ওরা
be some
প্রাইভেসিটা রাখে, তাই জন্যই ওদের সার্ভিস ইউজ করে লোকজন, প্রাইভেসি না থাকলে ইউজ করতো না।
Wait. So there will be different encryption algorithms are being there. So they will encrypt your data before storing, and when you get your data or when you access your data, they will decrypt your data to get into your end. But still, privacy is a major concern. But the big players or the big companies will never use your data. So it is recommended to use the cloud services. Before using the cloud services, you should read the terms and conditions. That where they will keep your data, in which country they have the warehouses, what are the security mechanisms they will follow. So all things will be written into the terms and condition document. And also you can notice that some of the application might access your microphone. So you can also check before downloading to the Play Store. So it is clearly mentioned that this application will access those hardware components. So if you are okay with this, you can download it. Otherwise, if you don't okay with this, don't download this. It's up to you. Understood?
Yes, sir. স্যার আমার একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল স্যার। স্যার বলছি স্যার, যখন আমরা আমরা যখন আগে হিস্টোরিক্যাল ওই যে ধরুন আজকে যে মানে ওয়েদার কন্ডিশন আছে, যদি প্রিভিয়াসলি এরম ওয়েদার কন্ডিশন মানে হতেই পারে যে এরম ওয়েদার কন্ডিশন আগে কোনোদিন হয়নি, তখন তো আমরা মেশিন লার্নিং ইউজ করতে পারবো না।
আগে কোনোদিন হয়নি মানে আজকে ধরো টেম্পারেচার ইটস 35 ডিগ্রি probably. So maybe in 10 years back the temperature may be raised to in this time, in this September 11 the temperature may be rise to 39 or 40. It cannot be rise to 100 degree.
No, sir.
So machine will check that which is the most close. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
exactly the pattern will not be matched. That which pattern is the most promising or the most neighboring. So this result will be back to you.
আচ্ছা স্যার, ঠিক আছে।
So if you are, let's say one example, if you are going to predict the height of a person, so first you need to take the input, that is in which country the person belongs. If the person belongs to US, so their average height is around 5 to 5.92, more than that. As an Indian, average height is 5.4 to 5.8. So basically what happens, if you are going to calculate the height of a Indian, so they have inputted and the person has inputted the details, and in which table you will check. You will check in the US table or you will check the Indian table, because the new person belongs to the India. So if you are going to check in the US table, so your prediction will be completely wrong. Maybe a person have a height 8 feet. May 1 or 2% exist in the world. So actually, before algorithm start, these data will be deleted from the databases, because they are the few chances. If total number of human is X, and out of there is 2% having height 8 feet. So what is the there? So if you take the percentage, so it will be 0.00001%. So this type of things will be deleted. So this process is called pre-processing. So before doing anything, we need to pre-process the data. If some data have a different types of spikes, so we will first eliminate those data before proceeding to the algorithm. So this is the cloud computing. So this type of question will come in the coming examination in the tomorrow. Okay, so whatever I am saying, remember it. Don't chaos is the time of examination, that this thing is not be told, this thing is not be discussed. I will not hear anything. I am already told to you at the time of examination, you will not comment a single word. If the question was wrong, if the question is wrong, then you will get the full marks, but not at the time of examination, after the examination.
Sir, can you scroll up, sir, little bit up? That Fuzzy C means popular algorithm part. Can you scroll up?
Not fuzzy, it is fuzzy. FUZZY, fuzzy. The pronunciation is fuzzy. Now tell.
No, sir, I am writing this. That's why.
Okay. So another new technologies is IoT, Internet of Things. I small o capital T. Internet of Things. So in a simplest word, whether your TV is an IoT devices or not, if your TV can connected with some Wi-Fi, it will be a IoT devices. If your TV is not able to connect with any medium, by the help of any medium, your TV will not be an IoT device. The devices will be IoT if and only it can connect it through some internet. Now, if you can claim that my TV is 42 inch, my TV have a better display than a 10,000 TV, but your TV cannot qualify for a IoT devices if your TV is not able to connect itself with some internet. So what will be the
স্যার আপনার
IoT
ভয়েসটা
devices?
ব্রেক আসছে খুব।
এই সবার কি সমস্যা হচ্ছে আমার ভয়েসে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, একটু ব্রেক
হ্যাঁ
হচ্ছে
স্যার
স্যার
একটু
আপনার আওয়াজ।
ব্রেকডাউন করছে।
লাস্টের আইওটি ডিভাইসটা কিছু শুনতে পারলাম না।
Sir, I beg your pardon.
Sorry. So now the voice is clear, or
Yes,
still
sir,
it
now
is?
Yes, sir.
So what is
Yes,
IoT
sir.
devices? If a devices is being connected with the internet, the devices will be a part of the internet. Internet of things. Internet of things. So suppose this is your home. Okay. So somebody have the router in the home. Okay. So the router is actually connected with some of the broadband connection. Okay. Now, with the help of the router, what you are going to connect? You are going to connect your mobile. You are going to connect your smart TV. You are going to connect your laptop. But there are also many appliances are present in your home. Like you may have the washing machine. You may have the water purifier. Now, out of them, water purifiers and washing machine cannot able to reach the Internet of Things because they have no connectivity with the internet. So your chair, your table is not an Internet of Things. Rather than your smartwatch, mobiles, smart TVs, laptops are the IoT. So you need to understand that which one is the IoT devices. So IoT devices does not have an price segment. If you have purchased a 1500 rupees smart band, maybe from the Realme or Xiaomi, so that also are Internet of Things through which you can, through the application, it will be connected. So it will be not directly connected with the internet, but through some Bluetooth connectivity, it will establish a connection with your mobile phone, and your mobile phone have the ability to connect to the internet. But still, your working data, how much time you have, what is the calorie you have done by today, so that everything you can see their cloud interfaces. So this will become a Internet of Things.
Sir, the devices which can connect to internet are called IoT device. Any device.
Tell me a device name.
Sir, mobile, laptop, smart TV. You told that are IoT device.
Yes, these are all IoT devices.
Okay, sir. Sir, if we design a washing machine such that it can connect to internet, then it will also become an IoT device.
Definitely, there will be many devices are also available. Probably from the higher electronics, there is a washing machine through which you can operate the washing machine through some mobile app, even if you are not
Yes,
at
sir.
home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this will be IoT devices. If you can switch on your refrigerator, or you can control the cooling capacity of your refrigerator through some internet connectivity devices, then your refrigerator will be the IoT. Because how you can do this? Because the refrigerator is also a connectivity. Then only you can send some instruction to do the next.
Sir, by Google Alexa, we can communicate with it, and it can operate every appliances. Means in
So
higher
actually,
technology.
Google Alexa or Google Alexa, no, Amazon Alexa, and OK Google. So,
Yes, sir.
Apple Siri, so they are the popular assistants. So what actually happens? So let's say you have a smart light. Smart light means the light has been connected to your router. Now you are going to switch off and switch on your light. So light belongs to a Xiaomi company. Let's assume that lights belongs to the Xiaomi company. So Xiaomi have an application, Xiaomi home application, through which you can switch off and switch on the light. So that is the IoT devices. Now what you can do additionally by using the Alexa or Google, you can, without opening the Google Xiaomi home app, you just give a name to your light, like John. You just give a name to the lights, that's John. And you just open your Google Assistant or tell the Google, okay Google, your assistant opens, and you just give a command that light up the John. Then automatically the lights will be on. So this is another way to operating the IoT devices. But this is the not thing that through which we can actually operate it. Because the request from OK Google will first go to the Xiaomi server, and Xiaomi will allow you to connect this light to the Google Assistant. Then only you can do, because when you first time set up the thing, you need some additional permission from Xiaomi. Otherwise, it will not be happen. Understood?
So that means this smart light is not a IoT device.
Yes, smart light is an IoT device. Why you are so confusing? I have already told that if you can operate a device through the internet, it will be an IoT device. That thing is completed. And some of the companies, IoT devices can be managed by the Google Assistant or the Alexa. That is the additional benefit. If a thing can be accessed by the Google Assistant or the Alexa, that thing is already IoT. In future, it will also be IoT. But it will give you the another way to input to the system. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
স্যার বলছি যে ওইখানে একবার দেখাবেন না, ওই যে মেশিন লার্নিং সেখানে আছে অ্যালগরিদমের, ওখানটা একবার বুঝতে পারছি না ঠিকঠাক করে, একবার বলবেন? এখানটায় স্যার আপনি বললেন আজকে মানে বৃষ্টি মানে টুডেস রেন, এটা তাহলে এই যে অ্যালগরিদমসটা আছে এর উপর কি ডিপেন্ড করছে স্যার? এই যে সুপারভিজিটেড লার্নিং আর আনসুপারভিজিটেড লার্নিং, এখানে আমি ক্লিয়ার নই ঠিক।
Supervised and unsupervised learning. So
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
how you can get the result? So now the question is, if you have 1 lakh records, so out of this record, how you can reach to the most promising result? The question is how you can reach to the most promising result. If you want to go to Delhi, so what should be your the correct path, or what should be your the most shortcut path to reach from your location to Delhi? There might be infinite many paths are available from your home to reach to the destination. The algorithm will guide you to go to the destination with the minimal time and the minimal effort. In computer, it says that minimal cost. So there will be different algorithms are there. Now, question comes that in case of the supervised learning, to reach to the prediction, you must have some historical data, like weather forecast. So, what will be the chances for rain for today? It depends upon the historical data if you want to predict it. Okay, you cannot predict the rain at the time of winter, but there might be rain. But it depends upon the historical data. So why we are saying that in the month of March there might be a chances for temperature rise, because we have seen in our very childhood that after February the temperature increases. So that is the way it predicts, because it requires the historical data. Okay, understood?
Okay sir, clear.
So that means it has a priority order to predict.
Sorry, your voice is not coming.
Sir, that means it has a priority order to predict, means for which is prior, month is prior, latitude is prior, and then it will match the circumstances.
If you give the 20 inputs to the computer will prioritize what will be the most promising input.
Yes, sir.
Computer will never predict with your 20 inputs. That means it will be a big overhead. So what computer will do? Computer will check and analyze with some algorithms Actually, computer will not check. The algorithm will check that what should be the most promising parameters for the prediction. Then, if computer finds that out of 20, 8 parameters are more promising, so computer will eliminate those who are not promising, that is 12 parameters, and based on these 8 parameters, it will change. Okay, students, so this is the end of this bridge course, and whatever I have taught based on these lectures, there will be an examination on 14th. There is I repeat, that will be 25 marks examination. Total 15 question will come. 5 question having 1 marks, and remaining 10 question having 2 marks. So 10 into 2, 20 plus 5 by 1 marks question. So total 25 marks question. All will be MCQs. There will be 4 options for each of the questions, and the exams will be happening at the time of the scheduled class. And I will not send the Google form link in the WhatsApp group. You have to join to the meeting link, and in the meeting chat I will give you the link. So the class timing probably be from 11:30. So I will give the link to 11:40. In the first 10 minutes, all you should join to get the link. Okay, so that's it for today. So you may leave from this meeting.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.